Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Velvet Lounge Life. And today we're going to talk about a few things. The number one thing being how I acquire the majority of my ephemera. A lot of my ephemera is vintage, some of it is new. And some of it is, of course, things that we recycle, etc. And what I mean by new is, for example, stickers. There's some little bits and bobs that you can purchase that I'm okay purchasing that are new. The thing that I look out for is cost. I feel that if you're making a junk journal, it shouldn't be a new journal. Meaning, it shouldn't be full of brand new things. That's just me personally. Everyone is different, of course. And the reason for my feeling like that is it sort of takes away from the ambiance of having an actual junk journal that's full of miscellaneous bits and bobs that you've collected over some period of time, or people have given you, or maybe you got for free from somewhere. So one of the things I do want to go over is in my free ephemera packets that I send out to subscribers of my YouTube channel. They don't have to pay for them. I pay for the postage. There are some folks who are so beautiful because I'm giving, they actually will give back to me by giving me little gifts. Sometimes they even send me random acts of kindness, which are completely surprising and absolutely wonderful. And, simply watching my videos for the duration and rewatching videos and checking out my playlist and watching some of those videos is incredibly helpful to me. And if you could just do that, that's the biggest, one of the biggest thank yous that you could give to me. Besides, of course, I do enjoy receiving little gifts and things myself. I'm honest at least about that, but I do the majority of the giving as usual, as it seems to be, as always. So here I have a collection of things that are in my current giveaway packet. So if you look down in the description of this video and in the comments, you will see how you can receive one of these packets for basically doing very little to nothing. So first of all, one of the things I love to do is look for advertising. So this actually, yes, it came from an Amazon box. You could tell because it says Prime Video. But I love this mid-century modern font and even a little star symbol there. And what I will do is take this probably off of the cardboard. Obviously, I just want the words, The Marvelous, Ms. Maisel, but mostly The Marvelous, because then you could put anything you want after it. So I look for things like that. So as you can see, nothing complicated or, super hard to do. And you receive the box anyway. The box is free, kind of, because you have to pay for Prime or you paid for the product that was in the box. I am part of a program where I test products for Amazon, so I don't pay for anything. I can select from tens of thousands of products. I receive them, I test them. That's how I got this. So for me, yes, totally free. Another excellent resource, and I see people buying these all the time, and they're empty. Buying empty seed, fake, they're not even real seed packets. They're just made to look like seed packets. But this is an actual seed packet. And of course, I buy the seed because, as you guys know from my other YouTube channel, which I will put a link to down below. It's about our lives, the anytime, any day Garrett's. and our adventures and gardening and food and everything else you can possibly imagine. My husband and I bickering, you name it. But you know, since I garden, I'm a gardener. I get a lot of seed packets. I have a lot. I couldn't even tell you how many packets of actual seed I have right now. We have what we call a seed library, and we give away a lot of packets of seed. So maybe you will want one of those. But in the meantime, after I plant something, I keep the packets, and these make excellent pockets and other things when you're junk journaling. And I mean, look, the graphic is there. You can fancy cut your edges. You can, of course, add things to this to, you know, make it pop even more. You could reshape it. There's a lot that you can do. I actually create my own cutout postcards. So thousands, and I do mean thousands because I believe we had about 2,500, and I had 2 different designs for a total of 2,500, and now we are down to, I'm going to say, less than 50 or 60 of the cards combined. So and actually I don't know if I have a copy of the other one in there, but so there's 2 different designs that I created, which is this one, and on the back there's some more imagery, and you can actually, you know, get these from me for absolutely nothing, and cut out the images and use those in your journals, or use these, you know, reshape them, decorate them up a little bit more, add some lace to the edges, whatever you want to do. But I do include these in every packet that I send out as well. You'll get one or the other. And then, of course, our own business card is in there. Look at that back. You could do a lot with that. It's plain. Don't feel bad about like recycling business cards. And then I like to also include samples of fabric. So I always put a couple different fabric samples in my free packets. And in here you'll see more fabric coming up, book pages, but I like, I mean, I do like the words as well, and sheet music. Of course, I love looking at the musical notes, the G clefs, etc., etc. But I also like, have this collection of children's books that were decommissioned from several different libraries. And so I will look through those, especially if the books are in dire straits. Instead of just, back in the day, I used to just recycle those books. Now I look through them and see if there's any imagery that I like that I could use in junk journals. And of course the covers. So the book cover, I'm sorry, the, what am I trying to say? You know, the book boards, there you go. Sometimes those are unusual in shape, for example, being rectangular versus just a straight up square, meaning that you can flip it like a flip pad. So I do now recycle those, and I've been doing that now for probably, I'm going to say 4 years-ish, 5 years maybe. Another excellent resource is peel and stick wallpaper or drawer liners. I mean, you could use that peel and stick stuff for like 1,000 different things. You can even see the little measurements on the back. But if you're willing to sit there and cut out this stuff in detail like I am, and you actually get joy from it, I know, what a weirdo. Then look at this, you guys. This is stunning. So you can do that too. So, and I don't have a roll here with me, but I have like maybe 6 rolls that I actually acquired from the program that I'm part of with Amazon. So I didn't pay anything for them. And I, you know, found a usage for some of the things in the program for my favorite hobby. Another thing, and this is one of my favorite, and I can't even say it enough. I'm going to say it 6 times. Favorite. Say it 6 times fast. places to find resources are in advertising labels, authentic ones. This sounds wild, but when we go to Trader Joe's, I'm just using them as an example. Sponsor me, Trader Joe's. I know that will never happen, but hey, throwing it out to the universe. But even when we go to our local grocery, or, you know, we go to the Asian markets, etc., we always have this thing where we try to buy one or two items that we've never had before just to try them. And one of the things that I like to do as part of my selection process is look at labels. So I will pick things that have really cool, cute, funky, colorful, etc., labels. So this came from some tortilla chips that were honestly okay. They were probably some of the most flavorless tortilla chips I've ever had. Tortillas should taste like corn and at least salt and maybe salt and lime. These just really tasted very, very bland, but love the bag that they came in. And yes, this has a shiny back. Some people will be like, ooh, that's hard to stick down. Glue doesn't like it. What you have to do is rough up this back. You can use sandpaper. That is the best source for roughing this up. And then it kind of opens up little pores in this shiny stuff. And your glue will stick like magic as long as you're using the right glue as well. Here's another label. I mean, look at how cool that is for this coconut milk, which I actually did use in a curry, and it was good. From what? Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has a lot of really cool labels. Stickers, your kids that have outgrown stickers because they're like literal grown-ups. If you still have them around and they're not using them for their kids, if they have kids, then guess what? You can use those as well. Postcards are always an excellent resource. I got these from that program that I'm in, totally free. So yes, this is, like I said, an example of a packet that I will be sending out to people. I updated this packet from the packet I was sending out maybe 5 months ago. So, yeah, this actually came from, I don't remember what was in the box, but it was a box and it had all of these little, I don't remember what was in each of the circles. There was like something different in every circle. But what I did is I cut out, each of these into this rectangular shape. I folded them, added some pressure using books. And guess what? Now we have a specimen holder. And you can make a specimen holder out of this just by putting a piece of vellum over this from an envelope. So go through your junk mail. You have plenty of vellum in there. And then, you can get this put together in the right way and create your own specimens. Something else I like to use for creating specimens are coin holders. I was the first person to actually do that I know of, because hundreds of people told me that and said that it was a great idea. No one ever thought of that. So if you have coin holders, and you can usually, now that's something, if you decided to buy it, you could buy it very inexpensively, coin holders of different sizes. You can get like 50 for less than $5 or $6, something like that. So, that's a great resource. And here's another colorful picture from a book. Game pieces. This actually comes from a Willy Wonka game, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Game pieces are awesome. This is from a fan that I broke, and I was like, ooh, what can I do with these gorgeous pieces that, were part of the spine or the bone structure in the fan. And I actually use these as sort of like bookmarks in my journals, because they're so sturdy. They're plastic, they're gold gilt. Stickers, of course, you can get stickers very inexpensively. And I have a couple links down below that you can use and get free discounts. So check that out. Companies such as Amazon, etc., Temu, like have these little things. Honestly, these are okay. Note the word okay. These would be better if they were like this size, add 3 more larger, like 4 times larger or 3 times larger. They're a bit small. They're honestly a bit insignificant. When you glue them down, this stuff starts to like wrinkle and crinkle, and it doesn't matter what glue you use. I find that these are really good for like flip ups. So you put a little glue wherever you want to put it, on the top, on the left side, the right side, even the bottom. And it's kind of versus gluing the whole thing. And they're really good as a little like peekaboo for something underneath. So sometimes you do have to adjust what you find. These are simply words from a book that was from the 1920s. I don't even honestly remember what this book was about. It was like a story, sort of like one of those novels. And I decided just, you know, someone may need some words. There you go. Photo negatives. People are always amazed that I send them these photo negatives. But these are excellent little resources. You can make pockets out of them as well as other things. When I talked about creating a specimen, you can kind of line this up and create almost like a photo frame. This is from a cruise ship itinerary thing that we had. So, you know, whatever. Yes, when you travel, look for scraps. This is obviously from Gosling's ginger beer, which is one of my favorite beverages. I just love this image, and I have so many of these. Every 6-pack will have an image on the front and the back. So you'll get 2 cutouts from that. And it's like, it's cardboard. It's like a lightweight cardboard. Obviously, stickers. These are holiday, and actually, these were from some or paralyzed veterans. I don't even know if this is legitimate or not, but they send you like that kind of stuff in the mail. Look at it, retrieve stuff from it. Another favorite that people are like, wow, what a great idea. Never thought of that. And I had, probably thousands of people who sent me information because I did a video where I created a bunch of tea holder, I don't even know what, miniature, I don't even know what to call these. They're kind of like tea holder envelopes, I guess I'll call them. And so I love Bigelow's because it's straight to the point. It's a big splash of color. But obviously there's other tea brands. I like Stash, S-T-A-S-H, not that kind of stash, but Stash tea, because it says stash on it, is just that extra little je ne sais quoi and things that make you go Here we have I believe this is Kodak. Yes, Kodachrome, Kodak slide. So these you can easily make a specimen out of if you want to do that. All you have to do is separate. I can even see, I don't know if you guys can see it, where it can be separated. And then you take the negative or the picture out, and then of course put vellum on the left side and on the front and the back. Put whatever specimen you want in the center. Reattach all of this with some glue and pressure, and there you go. You have a different type of specimen holder, or use it as it is for something. Now this was something that I have to think about where I got this. I believe Ooh, I can't remember where I got these. I got a series of these, and I believe there were like 30 of them or 36 or something like that. And they're different images of ladies or moms and their children. And so, look for interesting things like that. When I got these, they were not expensive, but they probably were one of the things I spent a little bit more on just because I love the images. So, as I said, I don't say complete no's to purchasing things. And look at this. He is a little prince, and I love, love, love this image. And this came from a children's book. And yes, the paper is shiny. The reason I point out when the paper is shiny on the gluing side is because I know people have asked me before, how do I get this to stick? Because this gluing side doesn't always stay stuck for the long term, because glues really don't like being put on shiny things. So what I do once again is my sandpaper, and I just use a low-grade sandpaper, nothing super heavy, nothing super duper coarse. And I go over this and mostly remove the shiny coating. That reveals the raw paper underneath, and then, like I said before, sticks like magic, and you do not have to use a lot of glue either. So once again, children's books are an excellent resource, children's magazines. Also in those discarded or withdrawn library books, you will find plenty of these pockets. It irks me when I see people are buying these to make them look old. This looks old naturally. This is from 1963. There's a stamp. Oh my God, this book was discarded March 1963. That's what the DISC period means. So this book has been discarded for almost 60 years, if not close to 60 years. I remember this book. I actually got this from a townwide tag sale that occurs in August, and the book was 50 cents, I believe it was. Oh my God, the images in that book were amazing. And the guy said he had been trying to sell the book for 5 years. And finally he's like, here, do you want it? He saw me looking at it, and I was like, how much is it? He's like, 50 cents. I was like, oh yes. But look at this, just from pure natural age. There's a library card holder. And I do keep some of this paper on the back, because sometimes I will make this into a flippable piece. So cut away all the excess, but keep this lip so I have something to tape down, or not tape down, but glue down, versus just taking the pocket off and then, starting all over with a different backing. Little scripts and scraps from when you sew or repair things, or if you're out in the world and you find a stash of lace or something. That's what this is from. My friend actually that lives in New Hampshire, she gave me probably 2 bags, I believe, that were full, grocery bags of various laces that were still in their packets. And remember the circus book I just told you about? This is one of the images that I cut from that circus book. The images in that book are stunning. And it's a book that I think you can actually buy. It's a vintage book, of course. But if you guys have an opportunity, definitely get yourself a copy of that book. If you're okay, recovering the images. Once again, game pieces. This is a game board for keeping score. Obviously, in a journal, this is excellent for writing on or keeping track of something. Another random sticker. And actually, the reason this sticker is in there is because Highlights magazine for children, my favorite children's magazine of all time. I endorse it heavily. they have amazing stickers that they send your kid like once every probably 2 months or whatever. And here we have a giant Santa Claus sticker. I have zero clues where I got this from. I don't remember. I think it came with a giant cachet of greeting cards that I acquired, but I mean, look at, it's as big as a postcard. It's huge. Old photographs are really good resources. This one is from 1958, a bridge going to Cape Canaveral, I believe it is, in Florida, of all places. And this came from an Asian market newspaper. So when we go to the Asian market, I always pick up one of their newspapers. They actually have several. I usually limit myself to picking out one, and I go through it to see if there's any images I want to recover. Old encyclopedias that have been decommissioned have amazing art quality images. Paint samples. We literally painted a room in our house in this color. So I was like, hey, I can use that in junk journaling. One of the other places I get some supplies is from when I buy produce. This is part of a produce bag that had avocados in it. And so you don't need to buy that netting. You have it right there for, you know, the purchase of the avocados. And then this came from a children's book as well. And then children's books, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you'll have an image on both sides that's equally amazing. You just have to choose the one that you like the most, or that fits the subject matter that you're, you know, into at the moment. This came from a book as well. And that came from a book. And yes, you'll see there's plenty of things that came from books. Look at this with all these cute little duckies. A paper from the Asian market. Some tissue paper, Easter tissue paper. So holiday tissue papers, holiday gift wrap, you know, versus just crinkling the stuff up and throwing it in the garbage because it is not recyclable, because it has this coating on it. A lot of people don't know that. So don't throw it in your recycling unless you know it's 100% natural. But if it has the coating on it, which 99% of wrapping papers do, then do not put it in your recycling, because what happens is if it's in the recycling and there's enough of it, that entire batch of recycling will not go through the recycling system. So what I do is, of course, just like any other junk journaler, if I see interesting paper, I'm going to see what I can recycle versus throwing it away. Here is another postcard. Some material. This is pretty cool. It has some little sequins in it. I don't know if you can see that little glint and glitter there in the back. And yeah, I don't use giant pieces of material. I like smaller bits and bobs. It depends on what I'm making. When you buy clothes and they hang those tags on it by the designers and the caretaking information, sometimes they come with these little rope pieces that are, you can see it's like intertwined. It's not just a piece of string. I love that, and I take them off so that they still click in and out of each other, because hello, junk journal gold right there for hanging tags. Obviously tickets. This is that weird stuff, but the difference with this is literally, I don't know if you can see the shininess. This is a sticker. So this I like better than, where's the first one? The other type of this, where this is the other type of it where you have to glue this down, or you could even, a good idea for this though, instead of glue, is the double-sided tape. But this is better because it's literally a sticker. So that goes down beautifully, and I love the transparency of it. And don't give up on your black and white pictures that are in books. You see we have this side and we have this side. I actually like this side more because one, there's room for writing here or obviously other embellishments. This side is fine, but it's not as refined, I don't believe, as this side. And I love the tree coming out and the branch and the little babies with their mom. Here's another tea bag holder. This is a sticker as well, and I am picky about my stickers. I like them to kind of disappear into the paper. I do have sticker books. I've done plenty of videos giving reviews of the Antiquarium, the Bibliophilia, etc. All the sticker books. The thing with the stickers in the sticker books is the amount of border you have to cut off so that it doesn't look juvenile when you use them in your artwork. This is a piece I like as well. It's a sticker. So it's not anything you have to glue down. Here is something that actually came from Highlights Children's Magazine. The flying car, I love that. And this is that weird vellum-y stuff, but I do love this design with all the little roses. I think that's really pretty. You know how we love our insect and our artwork. And this is, someone actually sent this to me, one of our beautiful viewers out there. And yes, this is, I love it. And she sent me, I don't know, maybe 20 pieces. And so I'm giving away maybe 7 or 8 and keeping the rest. I can't keep everything, of course. And then I love having, this talks about shorthand writing. I love finding stuff like this, which is like vintage how-to. And I will actually keep this whole and put it into one of my journals or pieces of artwork because, I don't know, it's kind of, you know, giving that piece of history a home. And then greeting cards. You know how we love to recover whatever we can from greeting cards. The obligatory sheet music. This piece is from, I believe, 1923. I was going to say 1927. But what I do is I try to cut them in different ways, you know, just do something different with them. And anything that has some sort of beautiful bordering like this, you know, you kind of want to recover and use that. And this is, I feel like this is, nope, this is, wow, this is really thick. This is some thick sheet music. I actually thought it was like more than one page. Once again, game pieces. You're seeing this stuff again. As I stated, business cards, and business cards do come in different shapes. I did not shape this. This is how it came. Let's see what else we have. We have some playing cards. I love the jokers because I think they're like the most interesting, but obviously you can get decks of cards where every single card has like animal images, angel images, cats, dogs, rabbits, whatever it is as an image. This is a laundry tag, so you would have your laundry, this would be attached to it. The thing with this is it does have this wire with a pointy end, so if you're working with kids, just be aware of things like that. But you could use this exactly as it is to keep track of something in a journal, or obviously you could change that. And look at this beautiful creature howling at the moon. And that, of course, came from Highlights magazine. Yes, our daughter, I was a lover of Highlights as a child, and I got our child into it, well, when she was a child. And this came from, guess where? Trader Joe's, you're correct. I actually cut that off of their battered fish box. And another image I love is from Bell Seasonings. This is something I grew up with via my grandmother and my mother. And I mean, come on, this image is amazing. It's iconic. Advertising. Stamps, of course, from your various letters. Obviously, if you go to flea markets, things like that. This is another, that's just a repeat. And then in here, there's some little bit. So when I send you a packet, I do send you one of these, which is an excellent piece that you could put things in and use it to hang in or out of your book. This came from embroidery thread. So it opens, but you know, use your imagination. This just says New York. So, and then there's some stamps. There's some tickets in here. Trying to find, this is also a sticker. Love this. Admission. Little bits of script. This is, where's this stamp from? This one is from Poland. Here's another stamp telling folks to register to vote. Here are some little flower cutouts. And this little guy right here was from a Thanksgiving decoration, but made by Hallmark back in the 1970s. So yes, when you're out there, if you tag sale, if you flea market, if you estate sale, look at, look with a wider set of eyes versus looking at maybe the glassware that's out on the table. Maybe there's some paper things that you can get. And a lot of times people are like, just take it away because they see very little value in it, which is fine. Hello, that works. Or obviously, if you do pay for it, you are not going to pay that much. So it's worth, getting a bundle of it together. That's the other thing, bundle, anytime that you can. So I hope that this was helpful. Like I said, if you guys are interested in getting one of my free packets, just check out the description as well as the comments down below. And I will be able, just follow the directions. Are really, really simple. I simplified them as much as I could. When I say this, you guys, you really don't have to do much of anything. But I can't send you things if I don't know what your address is, for example. That's how simple it is. And please, as just a thank you for me, I would appreciate it if you just watch these videos, binge watch them, listen to them while you work or whatever it is that you're doing. Obviously, if you want to send me anything, my information also is in the description of the video. Give this video a thumbs up, please. Remember to subscribe to the Velvet Lounge Life. And yes, this is my magic wand. This is my wand, you guys. But thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and enjoy your days. And hopefully we'll see you back here really soon, because I'm still going through my gigantic antique ephemera-filled Victorian and pre-Victorian scrapbook junk journal that I got as a gift from someone for absolutely free. And it has thousands of pieces and images in it that I've never seen before in my life. And other people I've never seen. Many, many people have made me offers on it, and I've said no, no, no. And I am trying to figure out what to do with it so I can kind of preserve it better. But anyway, thank you guys. Be well.